can hide, be pushed aside, or be unseen. Love is everything. Love is everything. It's the one alone, unafraid to stand. Neighbors marching hand in hand. Feels like thunder rolling across the land. It's you and me. Yeah, love. Love is everything. It can hide, be pushed aside, or be unseen. Love is everything. Love is everything. Love is everything. Oh, yeah, yeah. It stands beside us. It gets before us. Love is everything. It moves around us. It restores us. Love is everything. It stands before us. It gets before us. Love is everything. It moves around us. It restores us. Love, love, love is everything. It can hide, be pushed aside, or be unseen. Love is everything. Love is everything. Let your heart free your mind till you believe. Love is everything. 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 Love is everything.
Even though I walk through the valley, sometimes it feels like I crawl through the valley, but I got a promise that I hold on tight to. Can't lose when I'm right beside you. Yeah, God, I know the plans you have.
Stand
for
up,
me.
everyone.
My cup is overflowing.
Let's act like we know.
So while I'm in the in-between, I'ma live my life
Clap your
knowing.
hands, move your bodies.
If I get down, you pick me up at the ground. You give me love and don't give and give in no conditions. You lift me up and up again now. No matter who surrounds, I'll let my hallelujah get loud like a freight train, sunshine or rain. You lift me up and up again. Ask me how I know you're gonna do it. You did it. Every time a blessing's coming to me, you're in it. Pressure tried to make me turn away. Forget it, cause even on my worst day, if I get down, you pick me up from the ground. You give me love that don't give out, giving no condition. You lift me up and up again now. No matter who surrounds, I'll let my hallelujah get loud like a freight train, sunshine or rain. You lift me up and up again. Up and up again. God, I know the plans you have for me. So while I'm in the in-between, I'ma live my life knowing if I get down, come on, you pick me up from the ground. You give me love that don't give out, giving no conditions. You lift me up and up again now. No matter who surrounds, I'll let my hallelujah get loud like a freight train, sunshine or rain. You lift me up and up again. Ask me how I know you're gonna do it. Every time a blessing's coming to me. Yeah. You lift me up and up again.
All right. Who wants to be lifted up today? All right. Okay. So good morning, everyone. I can't hear you. Good, good. Good morning to you. We at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral land of the Kauai, the Gabrielina Tongva, the Keech, and the Pachanga peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly on this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So again, good morning and welcome to the morning table. I'm Reverend Sonja Prince. Love lives here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where you belong. I'd like to say hello to everyone who's joining us on live stream and Zoom today. And I want to remind everyone in the hall to please put your phone on silent so that our time together can be spent uninterrupted. So let us ground ourselves in unity as we say our focus statement together. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Okay, let's hear some more from our great band.
Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You know you don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down. I saw you peeking neath the window. I bet you're wondering just what's going on. So quit your sneaking around. This is where you belong. So open up the doors now. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You know, you don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down.
Now did you notice all the love around you? And did you hear all the voices raising song? Now you catch yourself dancing and singing along. Yeah, you are. So open up the door now. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in.
Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You know you don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down. To the beat now. Welcome, welcome, come on in. Welcome, welcome, come on in.
Welcome,
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 come on in.
come on in.
Welcome, welcome, come on in.
Welcome to the temple.
Welcome, come on in.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
sanctuary.
welcome, come on in.
Welcome to the temple.
Welcome, yeah,
Yeah.
Welcome to the temple.
Temple. Yeah, yeah.
Come on
On in and sit down. Sit Get yourself down.
Good morning. I am Constance Stringfellow, one of the licensed spiritual practitioners here at the St. Matthew's Episcopal Church. I will be available this morning after the morning table for a brief moment of prayer in the room on my right. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. I would love to pray with you and absolutely know that prayer works. As we come together in conversation this morning, this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world filled with chaos and noise. So I wake to these precious moments, and I hear all that can never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world filled with chaos and noise. I wake to these precious moments when I hear all that can never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find God, I find myself.
In the silence, I invite you to join me in consciousness, closing your eyes if this is comfortable for you, turning within, consciously allowing yourself to connect with God, the oneness of all life, the creator of all that is. There's only one presence, one power, one force in the universe. It is the presence of unconditional love. the power of eternal life, the force of infinite intelligence. It is God, Spirit. It is all life, all love, all wisdom. And I know that God is all there is. I'm one with this divine presence, this essence of creativity, an expression of allness of God, all the goodness of God I am and we are. I recognize this oneness as love, as compassion, as peace, divine intelligence, wholeness, order, and clarity, and so much more. In this moment, let's just allow this golden thread that ties us together to show up as a beneficial presence in our community, in our families, and in our world. I know that our higher power is always working in, through, and around us, guiding and supporting us in all of our affairs. I know that we're surrounded with the power of wholeness, unconditional love, peace, compassion, all the time. And I know that we rise and we thrive. We are all blessed and a blessing. I let this be so, and so it is.
With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength, I will love you, God. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength, I will love you, God. And I will love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I will love my neighbor as myself. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength, I will love you, God. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength, I will love you, God. And I will love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I will love my neighbor as myself. And I will love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I will love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I will love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I will love my neighbor as myself. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength, I will love you, God. I will love you, God.
Good morning again. With all my heart, I will love you, God. That's what the song says. The talk title today is Love Thy Neighbor as Thyself. You may have heard it before, right? Have you? Have you heard that before? It has biblical roots, right? In Leviticus 19, chapter 18, verse, it says, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." And the master teacher tells us it's the second greatest commandment in Matthew 27, chapter 39th verse. So what should we do? This is a test. So what should we do? Okay, how do we do that? How do we do that? Well, one of our core principles is loving others is a spiritual imperative that dissolves the illusion of separation. And last week, I talked about the illusion of separation because the world tries to divide us. And we know this is an illusion, right? The division. It's a trick. It's a trick to divide. And when you divide, what did you do? You conquer. And it's designed to conquer what? Our minds. To conquer our minds. But Thomas Troyer tells us, he reminds us that my mind is the center of divine operation, and it will move forward to produce new conditions. So we can always put new ideas in so we can end up with new conditions. Because what do we always say? Thoughts are things. And it shows up where? In our lives. So can you put a slide up there for me, Jason? I can't see it. It looks like raindrops. Looks like connection. Looks like a web. So this is called the Indira's net. It portrays the interconnectedness of all life. Of all life. Through the mythological net of jewels. The Indira net symbolizes the universe as a web of interdependent connections among all its members, stretching out to infinity in all directions. And each jewel both reflects and is reflected in all others. And that is illustrating the principle that whatever affects one jewel, affects them all. Thank you. Therefore, whatever affects one affects of all. In the science of mind framework, love is the highest expression of unity. It is a universal pulse that unites us all. And in the connection this week, the connect that I wrote, did anybody read it? Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Daryl. Anybody else? Thank you. I spoke about my neighborhood and how love thy neighbor was something that it was not something we thought about. It was inherent. It was every day. And when people say it takes a village, we were that representation of love thy neighbor and that village. Did anybody else have that experience in their neighborhood when they were growing up? Yes, me too. So, like I said, you may have had that experience. The experience for me in my neighborhood and love thy neighbor came so easily is because everybody looked like me. In my school, in my church, in my neighborhood. Everybody looked like me. So it was easy to love thy neighbor. So what happened? We moved to another neighborhood. And people began to look different from me until the mass exodus. We moved in, people started moving out. And then everybody in my neighborhood looked like me. And so it was, again, easy to love thy neighbor. The other people I didn't get to know because as soon as we moved in, they moved out. So in a place of like-minded, same race, normal gender expressions, I believe that there's something about trust. You trust when people look like you. When people look different from you or express themselves differently, there might not be a level of trust there. Is it just me, or would you agree? So we deem people as normal, and we begin to say they're like-minded people, they look like us, they act like us, and then we become comfortable. Even that house over there in the neighborhood, because there's always one with those strange people, they're even accepted in the neighborhood. And the neighbors, we look out for them as well. So there's a level of comfort and acceptance in that. And in order to love thy neighbor, this concept must spread further than the concept of narrow views and farther than our own backyards or our own neighborhoods. So in the military, Daryl was in the military for a short time, we lived in base housing. And I don't know if anybody ever experienced base housing, but they do a great job of mixing up the neighborhood and enlisting service people, families to live next to each other. So there's all kinds of people in the neighborhood. And these were kind of like duplexes, so your next door neighbor was definitely different from you. And it forces you to get to know people. It forces you to get to know that neighbor right next to you, because our carports were just side by side. So we drive in, they drive in, we drive out, they drive out. Hello, how are you doing? You get to know your neighbors. And they make sure that the neighborhood is very diverse. But I think what I learned in that neighborhood in order to love thy neighbor, it is rooted in diversity, equity, and inclusion. And diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, is a framework that promotes acceptance and appreciation for our differences. Now, diversity, you know, refers to race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, age, religion, social, economic backgrounds, and even more. And equity recognizes and ensures that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed. But I want to talk about love thy neighbor as inclusion. And inclusion goes beyond simply having a diverse group of people. It means actively creating a culture where everyone feels respected, valued, and empowered to participate fully and contribute their unique perspective, because we're all individualized, unique expressions of the one. So in essence, love thy neighbor aims to foster belonging. What do we say at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living? You belong. And that creates a culture where everyone feels comfortable and included, and your voices are heard and valued. That's why we go to our tables, because we want to hear your voice, and we want you to know that your voice is valued. So in a traditional, I guess, African American community, you might identify with different types of love. Any community, you may identify with there are different types of love is what I want to say. So there's philia, which is brotherly love. So how do we love thy neighbor? Philia love is brotherly love. And love, it equals love between equals, love connected with the mind, and love between people who have shared hard times. So you might see that in different cultures, segregated places. There's a shared, maybe hard times, maybe good times, but it's shared and you understand it. Yeah, I understand that person because we have experienced the same things or the same types of things. So that is filial love. But today's message calls for us to love people. This is about seeing people as divine expressions. This is about affirming our divine essence. Even when we don't agree, we don't look the same, or when we have different expressions. Love thy neighbor is not conditional. It's not conditional. It doesn't say, if you agree with me, then I love you. It doesn't say, I'll love you if. It doesn't say that. It is unconditional love or agape love, the self-givingness despite differences. Or unconditional love is born of spiritual maturity, and it reflects the divine. It says, I love you because we have a shared humanity. I love you because you are an individualized expression of the divine. That's what it says. So love thy neighbor is without judgment. They're wrong, different, or less than. But it is with compassion. They are divine as I am. I see the God in you. You see the God in me. So who is my neighbor? So we have to expand the idea of neighbor. A neighbor is not just in proximity, but also it is everyone. It is everyone, even if we don't agree with them. Every person is an unfolding expression of spirit. Every encounter with someone is sacred. It pushes us to grow. It lays a foundation for our growth and soil. But, anybody ever heard the word but? When we use the word but, it's a clause of contrast. But they didn't agree with me. But she didn't say what I thought she would say. But, yeah, buts. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she said her mom wrote a little book about yeah, but. It was called the Yeah, Buts. So it's also used as an impossibility. Yeah, but I can't do that because of something, whatever that something is. So love thy neighbor, but how if there's a but? How do we love our neighbor if there is a but? We can't. We can't. It's impossible. But what we can do is, again, recognize the divine presence. And Dr. Holmes writes, if we make ourselves receptive to the idea of love, we become lovable. You ever heard people say, If you want something to look different, you demonstrate it. If I want more love in my life, I need to be the demonstration of that love. I need to be the demonstration, and then it will show up. People say, you want to know what you've been thinking, look at your life. If you've been thinking loving thoughts, inclusive thoughts, spiritual thoughts, healthy thoughts, prosperous thoughts, it will show up in your life. So we have to practice compassion over judgment. Agape love does not envy. It does not boast. It keeps no records of wrongdoing. Expand your neighbors. The master teacher commands, love your enemies. That's in Matthew 5th chapter, 44th verse. Look it up. But religious science sees all as spirit within form, operating through our own consciousness. This is ageless wisdom. Agape love is patient, is kind, is forgiving, is protective. It always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. So I'm going to stop there. We're going to go to our tables. There are some questions on the tables for you. So you can go to your tables now. Okay, 2 more minutes. Use these last 2 minutes to go around and get the prayer requests for the week, making sure that you're supporting your table. One more minute, please. One more minute. Okay, we're sharing now. I'm going to come around to the tables and see who wants to share. Okay. This conversation is still juicy over here. Okay, so I'm going to ask someone over here to take the mic and share, please. Who wants to share? Lou says, not me. James? Is what your table talked about?
Yeah. I think what we were talking about basically is respect your neighbor. You know, we're talking about if you're at the market and you have a basket full of supplies and the person behind you only has 1 or 2 items, well, come on, let that person go ahead. You know, bother you? So we were just talking about live and let live, you know, and do the best you can in this world. So that's what I saw it.
Thank you. Okay, Griselda.
Hello. Well, the 2 of us had a great conversation regarding all 3 questions. We thought that religious filters definitely change our perception once we remove those. And we talked also cultural filters have a role in that. And for 2, how would our relationships shift if we replace judgment with curiosity? Well, definitely we talked about the walls of fear coming down, being more open to sharing, really sharing, like I think we mentioned last week, from your heart, with more compassion, empathy, and really listening to the person, because without those fears, we're not fearing that we're being judged. And if we can extend love without expecting agreement, validation, or change, most definitely, and we can still feel spiritually fulfilled. Basically, this is everything we talked about. We shared all different kinds of things, and he shared this wonderful retreat, so we started talking about that too.
Thank you. Okay, Earl, here I come. Your table. Who wants to speak at your table? He's going to do it? Okay, Helen has spoken.
So I've been nominated. So anyway, we actually had a really robust discussion here at this table regarding the things that shapes our filters. It's like your upbringing and experiences that you had as a child that somehow matriculates into your present behavior. So the thing that we understand is the fact that we know that we are one, and to constantly remind ourselves that we are one, that we are from one source. So from that perspective, we have to remember too that what I think about that person really is a reflection of what I think of myself. And so from that perspective, I think there was a lot of stuff going on over here. I just can't, articulate all of it.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Anybody else feel called before I go back to the front? All right, great discussion. Give yourself a beautiful hand, a big hand, because you're important. Like I said, we started the morning table because we want to hear your voice. It's about who's in the room and what do you have to say. And so that's important. So the only thing that you have very little homework this week, and it's just a mindfulness practice. And it'll come out today at 3 o'clock, 3:05. And so today, choose compassion. This week, choose compassion. And when judgment arises, pause and meet it with kindness and give yourself some grace. And that is it. And so it is.
May not look the same, we might talk different too. Got a long, long list of differences between me and you. Different colors, different stories, even different politics. But now the time has come to lay it all down, get back to the heart of it, and be a good, 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 good neighbor. Learn to love each other. There's nothing greater. Make room at the table. Share the hope that we got. And be a good, 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 good neighbor. Show the world we got a good God. I read the good book, every word in black and red. But is my love alive if I live my life and I don't do what it says? Love your God with all your heart and soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. And be kind to reach out to a broken world that's crying out for help. And be a good, 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 good neighbor. Learn to love each other. There's nothing greater. Make room at the table. Share the hope that we got. And be a good, good, good neighbor. Show the world we got a good God. Show the world a good God. There's room for at the table in the family of God. There's room for everybody in the family of God. Make room at the table, share the hope that we got. 'Cause there's room for everybody in the family of God. In the family of God. And be a good good neighbor. Learn to love each other. There's nothing greater. Make room at the table. Share the hope that we got. And be a good neighbor. And show the world we got a good God. A good God. There's room for everybody in the family of God. There's room for everybody in the family of God. There's room for everybody in the family of God. There's room for everybody in the family of God.
All right, let's give a hand, another hand for our musicians, our band, and for our guest musicians today.
Yes.
They fit right in. They do a wonderful job.
Matt
so
and
thank
Anthony.
you. What is it?
Matt and Anthony.
Matt and Anthony.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Okay, so what's time now? It's time for our contributions. Your conscious contribution to the center allows us to continue all our wonderful work. One of the easiest way to give is via text to give. So just send a text to 951-419-5858 with the amount that you wish to contribute. And you can also go to our website, riversidecsl.org, and click on the link in the upper right-hand corner under the tab Contribute. And for those here at our morning table, there are some silver vessels on your table. You can put your contributions in there. Let's just bless it by extending our hands to it as we say our affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. And thank you to our ushers. Thank you, Ben. And thank you. Now it's time for some announcements. So I can't see your screen, but the announcements are today is visioning. Visioning starts today at right after the service, right after we kind of tidy up a bit. Visioning is with Allison. Allison, you want to raise your hand? And so if you want to do this spiritual practice called visioning, and for our center, find out what God's highest idea of Riverside CSL, please stay for visioning after we clean up today. Tear down first. All right, and the next announcement on the screen is I'm going to have Jabel talk about the upcoming show.
Yes, Jeff and I are so excited. We're directing Beetlejuice Jr. If you know that movie from the 80s, it's such a fun musical, and it's got 30 amazing performers in it and a lot of kids, and it's just so fun and joyous. And
a giant sandworm.
And a giant sandworm and a lot of special effects. So if you've got grandkids or you want to bring some friends, please come and talk to me and Jeff. We'd love to have you come and see the show. It's today at 3 and 6:30, and next weekend, the whole weekend. Thank you.
All right, and Frank wants me to announce the men's group meets on Wednesday at what time, Frank? 6:55 on Zoom. So don't forget to go to the men's group. 6:55 on Wednesdays. Okay. Now I'm going to ask the ministers and the practitioners to please stand. Surround the sanctuary. Surround the morning table. As we say our closing affirmative prayer, our affirmation, and our benediction. And I'm going to ask the band to just lightly play something sweet and loving as we love thy neighbor. What a wonderful day it is. This is a day that God has made. I don't know about you, but I'm rejoicing in it. I woke up this morning. I knew my name. I recognized my surroundings. And I rejoiced in the fact that there's only one power, one healing and loving presence in this entire universe. I rejoice to know that we are all connected and that each and every one of us is part of this one. And so today was a reminder to love thy neighbor as thyself. The things that you wouldn't do to yourself, don't do it to others. And our mandate here is to spread love, be love in this world. And when we are that, we receive it in return. And so today, may the love that is our essence flow through us, not when it's easy, but most where it is hard. May every but dissolve into recognition that we are bound by spirit. And may we walk in light, live in peace, love in truth, and see all as one in this divine presence. So it is, and so it is. And so our affirmation is on the screen. And let's say it together. I'm going to say it first, and then we'll say it together. The affirmation today is I recognize my neighbor not by proximity, but by shared spirit. Let's say that together. I recognize my neighbor not by proximity, but by shared spirit. All right. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Let's say it loud. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward because love lives here. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it. And I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here. Happy Sunday!
Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. Receive it. And I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here. Love lives here. Have a great Sunday and a week. See you next week.